Hello, Wonderhussy here, roaming around a beautiful and extremely desolate part of the state of Oregon. That's right, I'm in Oregon, all the way up in Oregon, and there's all kinds of amazing abandoned ruins in this valley that I'm driving through, including this, well, golly, it's another abandoned ranch. I didn't think I'd ever get to the point where I would find myself groaning when I passed an abandoned ranch, like, oh gosh, I guess I better get out and make a video. But you know what they say, too much of a good thing is never enough. Oh my God, I can't get enough of these abandoned places. I had to stop what I was doing and at least just take a peek in this house. Now, obviously this was a big working ranch. There's a bunch of different outbuildings. I'll peek in all of them, although they look like they're pretty well trashed and there's probably not going to be anything interesting left inside. But this main house over here does look pretty cool. I mean, this is another one of those textbook definitions of a creepy old haunted house. And I could go ahead and plow straight in there first and see what's going on, but that's not the Wonderhussy way. No sir, that would be like eating the jelly first out of a jelly donut, or eating the icing out of the Oreo cookie first before you eat the cookie. We save the best for last here in Wonderhussy land, so we're gonna check out all these abandoned outbuildings first, and then we'll go in the house. Okay, lucky for us, like I said, there doesn't seem to be too much in these old buildings, so it should be pretty quick. But yeah, this was obviously a working ranch and they had plenty of room to do their work. All their belts and hoses hanging on the wall. You can see old corrals and pens. Obviously they kept some livestock back here. And then golly, look at this building behind that workshop. This thing is really falling down. Just trashed old forgotten memories, tumbleweed. Just beautiful out here though. What a gorgeous place to have a ranch. I can't imagine why these people left. Maybe the water source dried up. I don't know. I think there's a pretty big lake over there, so you'd think there'd be plenty of water. And gosh, it's hard to tell how long ago it was abandoned. I mean, that's a relatively new trailer. I feel like we'll probably get a better idea when we go in the main house. Hopefully we'll find some old newspapers or something like that to, you know, give us more of an idea of when people last lived here. Oh gosh, I don't know if you were able to hear that creepy creaking sound this door makes, but it's just perfect. Okay, what's in this building? Oh, well, there's quite a bit in here, more than I expected. That looks like a display case from a store. Here we have a really boss-looking Serval gas fridge. Look at that, silent gas. When I think of this, I think one thing only, and that's silent but deadly. I mean, things were just made with so much more style back then. Look at this logo. This is the freezer. Nothing in it, but look how great that looks. Oh my goodness. Just this gold is gorgeous, so well preserved. And then the little crisper drawers down there. Now that's what I call a fridge. This just looks like parts out of an old RV, you know, stove, RV fridge. Let's see if there's anything in the RV fridge. Oh my gosh, it's got a mirror door. That's cool. Nope, nothing in there either. Look at that cool little stove. That's kind of cool. What is that though? That's not a stove. It's got a pipe fitting at the bottom and then this weird conical top. Gosh, I almost thought it was like a moonshine still or something. It's on legs. Oh God, something just flew out of here. Yikes. Well, there's nothing in it but an old Keystone Light can. Oh, I don't know. You tell me. That kind of has a still vibe to it, but I know I've seen a moonshine still before, and it's totally different. Oh, look at this fridge. Oh my God. This is so raunchy. I mean, I don't know what this is all over this, but I just like the name Nor Cold Freezer. What's in the Nor Cold Freezer? Nothing. Oh, this poor little mouse. Look. Mouse got trapped in the fridge and then it just totally dried up over time. Oh, look, you can still see his little eye sockets, his little nose. I don't want to breathe in whatever's in that fridge. Like, it's not the chemicals on top that'll kill you. It's the hantavirus and all the rat poo in there that will. Okay, well, now we know what was in that building. And it was definitely worth checking out, if only for the creepy creaking door side effect. But now, it's time to finally eat that jelly center in the jelly donut known as the farmhouse. Oh, wait, you know what? Before we go in the farmhouse, I just realized there's one more little shack way up front there, and it's a pretty good distance from the main house. So I don't know if it was like a guard shack or what, but we better go check that out before we go in the farmhouse. Okay, wow, this is a very rough little shack. There's a pipe coming out the back. I bet it's just some kind of pump house or something. And you're probably thinking, well, this wasn't worth walking all the way over here for. Yeah, look, there's like a big, oh, there's like a water tank in it, but look. What does this say? Do not drop, do not destroy, reusable container. And it's got a mark for the center balance. Okay, so I'm gonna guess it was used for storing water, I guess. Okay, well, like I was just saying, yeah, you're probably thinking, why did we walk all the way over here? Well, I'll tell you why we walked all the way over here. Look at that, there's a cool old car hiding in the weeds here, or part of one. So this will help us date the property. This car looks late 70s, maybe even early 80s, guessing. Oh, I don't know though, look at the window. That's pretty old-timey, those little windows. Anybody watching know what kind of car this was? Oh, look here, this is part of the emblem. Looks like it ended in, I can't tell which way this goes. Did it end in a U? So it was like a Malibu? Or did it end in an N? I don't think so, because you can see it's broken off on that side. So I feel like it went this way and it ended in the letter U. And the only car I can think of that ends in a letter U is a Malibu. Was this a Chevy Malibu? Gosh, I don't know cars very well. You tell me. Okay, well, whatever. It was fun to go over there and look at that car, but now, I mean it. We've checked out every single building there is at this old ranch site, and now it's time to go in the creepy main house. Now, we don't really know anything about this property. The car dates it to, I would guess, late 70s maybe. But, you know, people drive those old cars for a long time. There's probably people still driving cars like that watching this video. Okay, well, let's try to find some meaning in this awesomely creepy old farmhouse. It's a shame that big tree fell over on it. We're gonna have to walk around behind this tree. Oh gosh, which door to go in? I mean, there's the main, there's like a screened in porch with the door wide open, but then there's this other creepy door on the side with like this weird, isn't this like from a car or something? Really a strange way to open a door. Oh man, it's just some kind of a storage room. And there's a window in here, so that's kind of fancy for a storage room. But yeah, I'm just really curious why they did the door like this. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. It's just sort of a, I guess, this looks like it's from a refrigerator or something too. I mean, I guess you just use the materials you have on hand when you're out in a place like this. Like I said in another video, it's not like you can just run out to Home Depot real quick to get a doorknob out here in the country. I don't even know how many hours it would take to get to the closest Home Depot from where we are. Okay, now the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going up this poured cement front stairs into this sort of like screened in mud room out front. It is kind of shot full of bullet holes and it's pretty trashed, but well, I don't see any rattlesnakes, so that's a plus. There are little bits and pieces of some kind of newspaper here. The Camp Chef. What does this say? Boating. Used boat. Bargain or demon? That's pretty funny. I know people are always talking about how they want to get a boat, but they say, well, there's really only 2 happy days in a boat owner's life. The day he buys it and the day he sells it. Because another thing they also say is that if it floats, flies, or, well, never mind. How about over here? Ideas at work. Something about xerography. Oh, it looks pretty old. Here's an ad. Oh my god, yeah, that does look old. I mean, that looks pure 1950s, I would say. Oh, look, Caro syrup. I didn't realize Caro made pancake syrup. Oh god, now I want pancakes. Oh my god, this looks like it would have been fun. I'm from Milwaukee. I ought to know. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer. Says Liberace. Oh my god, look at that. Liberace did an ad for Blatt's beer. Anybody watching this ever drink Blatt's beer? Golly, of all of the things I thought I might find in this creepy abandoned farmhouse, a Liberace advertisement was not among them. Okay, well that does look old. Gosh, there's all these really cool old pages from these old-timey magazines, but none of them have dates on them. They look very 1950s to me though, so I'm gonna guess it's actually been quite a while since anybody was in here. Oh my God, look at this. Exerrow for your health and figure. It's some kind of weird old-timey exercise rowing machine slash bike, I guess. It says, ride and row the Battle Creek Way. This reminds me of that weird, if you've ever flown in an airplane and you look through that magazine on the seat back pocket, it has all the, well, it's got ads in it for different products, and one of them is that weird exercise machine that you only have to use 10 minutes a day, and it supposedly gives you a complete full body workout, but it's like, it costs like $10,000. I was always so curious to try one of those things. I guess what it does is it just like fully exerts every part of your body like to max intensity for 10 minutes. So you only have to exercise 10 minutes a day, but it's like the worst 10 minutes of your day. I don't know, I guess I might rather do that though than spend an hour like half-assing it at the gym. But who am I kidding? I don't work out anyways. This is the only exercise I get walking around these abandoned places. Okay, let's go in the main house. Okay, we're coming into the main room. There's a refrigerator blocking our progress here in the front. We'll just step around it. Oh my goodness, it's creepy in here. Old stove. Fridge doesn't even have a door on it. Stuff hanging from the ceilings. I think part of what makes this feel so creepy is the fact that I know that tree is leaning on it and it could collapse at any minute. Oh my goodness, what was this? Is this some kind of furnace? It says King Automatic. There's a dial. I mean, I'm guessing that's what that is. It gets real cold here in the winter. I have no doubt about that. So they would need... Yeah, it looks like a furnace. There's a big hole in the back for a pipe. They would need something to keep warm in here. Oh, although it looks like over here in this room, there was a big old fireplace. Look at that. Nice hearth. This was very clearly the family room. This is where they would hang their stockings on Christmas. Can you imagine? This is the picture perfect mantle to hang your stockings on, you know? Mom, Dad, Junior, Sis, and Baby. And maybe they would even put a stocking up for Spot the dog. You know, I'm going to go with a very 1950s scenario on this one, since all those ads we were just looking at looked real 50s. So, you know, those were 50s names, right? Sis, Spot, Junior. Okay, so basically what we did is we came in that first room, and then I took a left into this room, and this room leads to a couple doors. Let's see what's behind this one. Oh, this looks like it went into a bedroom. Oh man, and it had really cool linoleum carpeting. Look at that, really pretty floral print. What's this? I'm just looking for anything that might have a date on it. So anytime I see a little corner of a newspaper, until I find something with a date, I won't rest. Oh look, here, score. Oh my goodness, I was wrong. Look at that, July 1948. Wow, this is even older than the 50s. This is one of the oldest pages out of a magazine I've ever found. Oh, it was Science Illustrated. Oh my goodness. So whoever lived here liked to read about science. They were curious, intellectually curious. Back in 1948. This looks like, remember we came into this room also had a really weird handle on the door, not an actual doorknob. It goes into, it's kind of like two bedrooms. There's a bedroom, and then there's a closet, and then it looks like there's another bedroom on this side. So it was like two adjoining bedrooms. Originally, it had this cool old linoleum carpet. I'm guessing that's from 1948. At some later date, someone came in and put this kind of like shag pile carpet on top. So that definitely looks more 60s, 70s. Oh, look, here's an old Saturday Evening Post. Oh my gosh. Wow, look, who's that? Is that Barry Goldwater on one of those really cool old TVs? It's in a cabinet. Oh, okay, here's a page that's in better shape. Maybe this will give us a clue. Mammoth Western. Oh, it's like one of those really cool old, oh my God, Western true stories. Ransom for a Redhead. Oh my God, this sounds like a hot story. But you know what's really hot? Look at this ad. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. What's all this talk about the Kinsey report? Okay, the Kinsey report was a study they did about sex back in the... Oh, I feel like they just made a movie about this maybe within the last 10 years. I want to say it was in like the 40s. I don't know, when America was very sexually repressed. This guy, I guess this doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist named Kinsey did a study on human sexual practices, and it was a big friggin' deal back then, apparently so. This ad kills me. I mean, first of all, I love how there's like a naked man and a naked lady about to, well, I guess she's not naked. Looks like she's wearing a bikini top, but it says from Freud to Kinsey. And it was $1.98, which, gosh, wasn't that kind of expensive back in the 40s? But I guess, you know, guys would pay any amount for a book like that. Oh my God. So it was an old, like a Western friggin' dime novel magazine with these dirty ads. And then the ad above it is what all auto mechanics want to know. So you can learn to be an auto mechanic. You can read about sex and dream about being a cowboy. Okay, let's go back out this door of the second bedroom. Now we're in, well, we're in a room that there's not much in, but I just noticed to the right of it, there's a creepy staircase going up to the second floor. Can't wait to go check that out. But first, let's finish poking around the first floor. Okay, so like I said, this room here, central room. I don't know what it would have been used for. It looks like that was maybe a closet, storage of some sort. And then there's an understairs closet here for also more storage. I guess it could have been like the wine cellar. I better turn my flash on. What if there's something cool in here? Of course, there's a billion more awesome old magazines, but now that we've sort of dated this place, I don't see the need to really go poking around. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to find anything as cool as that Kinsey report ad, so I might as well just give up trying. Okay, so straight back in front of us, flash on again. This almost looks like it was an addition, a lean-to added on the back of the house. Oh gosh, it goes the full length of the house, though. And it's actually not in that bad a condition. I don't know if you can see the wood paneling. So maybe this was just kind of like a rec room or something. I mean, again, there's like a billion amazing old pages out of old magazines that I would just love to poke through, but we don't have time, and there's not enough hand sanitizer in the entire world to justify that. Okay, now we're going kind of more into the center of the house, I guess. This looks like it had a kind of like a weird fake brick patterned linoleum floor, so maybe this was the kitchen. Did we already go in the kitchen? I don't know. Well, there's a window going back out to that weird rec room. I mean, that was obviously added onto the house later, so yeah, it stands to reason there would have been windows looking into it. Kind of weird, though. Yeah, this, whatever this main room is, it was covered in this. This looks like, you know, high traffic area linoleum like you would use in a kitchen, but, well, the kitchen was this room that we first came into, right? I mean, you would think. Oh, all these poor swallows are freaking out. Sorry, guys, I'm just poking around. I'll leave soon. Oh, it's so creepy how the paint, or I guess wallpaper, you can kind of see pattern there. It's all peeling away. Oh, wow, very evocative. The American dream. Okay, well here, this was very clearly the laundry room because there's the old washer. Oh, here's the bathroom. Oh my God. Yikes, look at that bathtub. Oh my goodness. How'd you like to take a bath in there? Or look at this toilet for that matter. How'd you like to use that? Whew. It's pink though. That's kind of cute. Okay, well I think that's the whole first floor. Laundry room, bathroom, kitchen. Maybe this brick thing was like a dining room. How many bedrooms did we have? Well, we had those two connected bedrooms. I would guess those would be like the kids' bedrooms. Then we had this one big central room here, which I guess maybe was another bedroom. This could have been the parents' bedroom. Well, then somebody must have slept upstairs. I mean, I'm guessing that's what that's going to be. Let's find out. Up these stairs. Hopefully they hold. Yep. They're solid, sturdy. Hopefully that tree doesn't fall on the house. Oh my goodness, look at this up here. This is wild. So it's kind of like a classic attic bedroom with sloped walls. And there's a big fold-out couch in the middle of it. How about that? A sofa bed. And it was carpeted up here, so yeah, this was somebody's bedroom. Nothing left up here in the way of personal effects, unfortunately. But yeah, look at that. The back, there's a window on the back wall that goes right down over that bonus add-on room. And so if you were a kid or if you were a teenager and this was your bedroom up here, you could sneak out of the house at night by sliding down the roof, drop down to the ground out there and then run off across the field and meet up with the neighbor farm daughter and, well, learn all about the Kinsey report. Oh, okay, here's a good clue. Look at this wallpaper. That is really cool. Looks like 60s or 70s race car wallpaper. Looks like Speed Racer or something like that. Actually, it looks like it says O-N-A... Oh no. Huh, well, whatever. It was obviously a boy's bedroom. So I guess I probably wasn't too far off when I came up with that scenario about sneaking off to meet up with the neighbor farm girl. Farm girl assignations. Clandestine farm girl assignations. Okay, so there was a teenage boy living up here. There was probably 2 younger kids in the other 2 bedrooms. Also, mom, dad, Junior, sis, or maybe sis and baby were down there. Junior and Spot was up here. Matter of fact, yeah, Spot probably hung out up here with Junior. And Junior, I gotta say, before I come back down, Junior's pad was actually probably pretty bitchin'. You know, not only did he have carpeting and that really cool race car wallpaper, but it looks like it had wood paneling too. You can see the top of it. It's just been cut away. So it was probably a really nice, like Junior Playboy style bachelor pad. Golly, maybe I had things backwards. Maybe the farm girl is the one who snuck over here because she wanted to hang out in the bachelor pad. But you know what? Bachelor pad is right on top of mom and dad's bedroom. And so, wow, if that sofa bed started squeaking, mom and dad would surely have heard in an instant and put a stop to that right away. Okay, wow. I'm gonna go boil my hands in the car now, but that was pretty freaking cool. I mean, for me, what made that abandoned farmhouse stand out was those really old magazines. And of course, that amazing Kinsey report ad. But then the fact that there were enough little tiny clues around, you know, the pink toilet seat, the race car wallpaper. You could sort of come up with a theory about who lived here and what happened. So what do we think happened? I'm going to say that Junior, well, unfortunately, as we all probably guessed would happen, farm girl accidentally got knocked up. And, well, Junior wanted to be a race car driver. He was going to go compete on the pro circuit. But unfortunately, all those plans had to be set aside because now he was a father. And so him and the girl, the farm girl, the neighboring farmer would have kicked his butt if he didn't marry his daughter. You know, matter of fact, maybe that's what happened. Maybe the neighboring farmer came over here one night and was like, "Let me talk to Junior." And the dad here was like, what business have you with my son? Well, you know damn well that Junior and Marianne have been fooling around, and now guess what? Marianne is late. You know, they used to be so coy back then. And I need to have a word or two with your son about it. Well, this was an upstanding, fine farm family. They were Christian folk. And so the dad here was like, of course, you know, Junior, get down here. Junior came crawling down out of his man cave up top, his boy cave. And then Sis and Baby were both standing in the corner, like holding their teddy bears, like quaking, like, oh gosh, is Daddy gonna take the strap out again? And Ma came out of the washroom where she was doing the laundry back there, like kind of tugged at his shirt. Now, Delbert, don't be too hard on him. Well, guess what? They were hard on him, all right. Not quite as hard as Junior was, but that's a different story. Anyway, they made him get married, so they had to go down to the nearest town here, to the Justice of the Peace. Shotgun wedding. They probably ended up moving into some... I mean, I'm guessing all this went down and around... Well, that wallpaper upstairs looked... His bachelor pad seemed 70s. So I'm going to say this was like the late 70s. Oh, gosh. Well, whatever kid they had would be about my age. Oh gosh, what if this was all just a big elaborate ruse and I was telling you the story of my conception? This is where I came from. And that boy was my father, and that farm girl was my mom. Just kidding, no, I'm not from anywhere up around here. My mom definitely was not a farmer's daughter, and my dad probably didn't have that cool of a bachelor pad, although maybe he did. I'm going to guess they just ended up having their baby in some small town up here. And, well, golly, that kid is alive and well to this day. Now, as for the rest of them, what do you think happened? Well, Baby and Sis were probably scarred by witnessing that day, you know, like really left a mark on her. In fact, Sis was so scarred by it that she wouldn't even put out for many, many years. She was afraid to have sex because she didn't want to get pregnant. Matter of fact, she ended up entering a nunnery, a convent. She became Sister Sis ever thereafter. Oh wait, look at this. There's Pa's old tractor. Delbert's old tractor. Oh, just sitting here rusting away in the sun. Yeah, so what happened to Delbert and Ma? Well, after Junior moved off and got married, they never really did see much of him after that. You know, Junior never could quite get it together after that. His dreams of being a race car driver were crushed. He got a job working in a factory, and then you know what happened? All the factories closed, and all that stuff got outsourced to China, Mexico, Bangladesh, Vietnam. He didn't know what to do. He didn't have a skill set, so he got a job working at the Dollar General, and, well, he wasn't even very good at that, and, well, next thing you know, he twisted his ankle, and now he's on disability. He's probably just sucking on the government teat now. I'm guessing he's probably not still married to the farmer's daughter. I don't know what happened to her. The baby they produced hopefully went on to make something of itself, but what about baby here? And what about Ma? So Ma and Delbert... they just grew old here on the farm, you know, lived out here, lived out their lives till their last days. Maybe had to go to a rest home at the end because wanted to be closer to a hospital. So maybe they went to the same town where Junior and his farm girl were living, and well, maybe Junior and farm girl would drag their sad little baby over to visit them on Sundays, and it was just depressing all around. But what about baby? What about baby? Baby in the farmhouse. I'm going to guess that baby was the only one to come out of this mess and make something of herself. Let's say it was a little girl. Baby saw what happened. She was very young when this whole thing with the farm girl went down. So she had this kind of traumatic childhood memory, but she wasn't old enough to really be scarred by it like Sister Sis. So baby just knew that there was some mystique about sex, and she wasn't sure what it was. Matter of fact, one time baby was playing in Junior's room, and Junior always told her, stay out of my room, no girls allowed. But baby loved to climb up those stairs and play around in his room, and she found that Kinsey book in his room. And so baby knew that there was some big mystery about sex. And then this whole interaction with the pregnant farm girl, and maybe that when that happened, he even dragged farm girl over. Her dad brought her with him. And so she was standing there like in her little thin dress with her big farm girl breasts heaving, and baby witnessed all of that and thought, golly, there's a lot of power in that. And so baby ended up going down to Hollywood, and she wanted to become a famous actress of the silver screen. But you know how that goes. It's real hard to break into that business. So baby ended up breaking into a different business, one that she was able to put all her skills to use, all her knowledge from reading the Kinsey report and, you know, all the stuff she saw as a kid. And baby became known as Jenna Jameson. No, I'm just kidding. Some other porn actress. I don't know. Hey, it's just a theory.